Alexandria, and I'm going to do this Rose Star Hexagon from book 6, which is a simple storage Big and Little Crochet book. It's got some gorgeous things in it, from little things like phone holders to, look at that, that's a great way to store your towels. I love crocheted storage because it's just, look how cute that would look in a nice kitchen, because it's just so easy to just pop in the wash. I like that. I might try and make that. That's using tin cans. Yeah, there's an overarm like sofa organiser thing. I love that little lingerie bag, little pyjama bag. It's gorgeous. That's doing some filet, which is like lace work, so I might have a go at that and show you how to do some of that. But for now we're doing this Rose Star Hexagon, so we're going to need our rose yarn and our slate yarn that's already come with our books. We've already had a slate, and then we've got a second one now and a second rose one. So let's go. So this says the standing chain for a treble is usually 3 chains. Remember, this is in UK terms, so a treble is a double in US terms. The standing chain for a treble is usually 3 chains, but as the clusters 3 chains, but as the clusters here are slightly shorter, we're only using 2 chains. Your standing chain is the chain that you do at the beginning of a round to get your stitch height right. Okay, so that's all it is. When we get to it, I'll explain it. So the foundation round is using the rose to chain 8 and then join with a slip stitch to form a ring. So we're going to, I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer for this. We're going to do our slip knot, and how I do mine is I lay my yarn across my 2 fingers, I wrap it around, cross it over, hold it using that 3rd finger, hook underneath my first piece of yarn, grab my second piece, twist, pull through and pull everything off my fingers, and now I've got my slip knot. Okay, so we're going to chain 8. So chaining 8 is simple. Hold on to your yarn on your hook, grab some yarn and pull it through the loop on your hook. That's 1. Grab some yarn and pull it through for 2. Grab some yarn, pull it through for 3. Grab some yarn and pull it through for 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now a slip stitch is more or less a chain that's done through another stitch, because you don't do any yarn over in or anything like that. So you go into your first stitch, so this doesn't count as a stitch, this is your loop on the hook. So you've got 1, you see your stitches by these V shapes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you pop your hook into that stitch, grab your yarn and pull it through just like you do for a chain, then you pull it through your hook, the loop on your hook, and that's a little loop you've made that you can now stitch into. Okay. So once you've got your ring, then you do your standing chain of 2 stitches. So I've done 1 already, so there's my second stitch, that's my standing chain. And now you want to yarn over, put your hook into the circle, pull some yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2. Leave 2 stitches, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over into your loop, pull some yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2, leave 3 loops on your hook, yarn over into the ring, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2. That's got 4 loops on your hook, so now you yarn over and you pull through all 4 of those hook loops, and then you chain 3 and go on to your next one, and that gives you a cluster of 3, but essentially there's a cluster of 4 because you've got that standing chain of 2 there. So now you're going to do a 4 treble cluster, which is a cluster of 4 doubles in US terms. So you yarn over slightly differently for this one. So you yarn over, you pop your hook into the circle, you pull through some yarn, you yarn over and pull through 2 loops and leave 2 on your hook. Yarn over into your ring, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, leaves 3 on your hook, yarn over into your ring, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, leaves 4 on your hook, and for the last one, yarn over into your circle, pull some yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2, which leaves 5 on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5, and then chain 3. Okay, so the first one, it's the same as the first one, except in the first one, instead of having 4 trebles, you had your chain 2 and 3 trebles. Remember, trebles are UK trebles, in US these are doubles. So now we just do it again until we have 6 clusters. So yarn over into the circle, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over into the circle, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over into the circle, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 on your hook, yarn over into the circle, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 and chain 3. Okay, and there you've got 3 clusters now. Keep moving them around just to make sure you can fit them all on, because you've got to do another 3 yet. So yarn over into the circle, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, and just keep repeating that. Then chain 3, and then the pattern probably tells us, yeah, to join with a slip stitch into the top of the cluster. So if you look here, this is the top of our cluster, so we're just going to go into there, pull some yarn through and join. Now we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clusters, our centre hole and these chain spaces around the edge. Okay, so do be familiar with the anatomy of this. This is our centre hole, these are our clusters, and these are our chain spaces. And you fasten off, so yarn over and pull through, because we're going to change colour. There is a way, I haven't shown you yet, where you can change colour without fastening off, essentially, but I will show you that. You can pull in your middle a little bit if you want, and you can snip that middle off, or you can bury it later because it's been sewn in as I went around. This one I'll try and sew in into the next round. So now we're going to add the slate, and we're going to add that in any chain 3 space. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it in this one here, just back from where we started, and I'm just going to pull it through, and I'm just going to tie it on. Once you've tied your yarn on, pull it through, chain 2, now I'm going to hold it across the back there, 3 treble clusters, 3 chains and 4 treble cluster in the same chain space. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 clusters into each of these spaces. So we're going to double up. So we've got this as the first sort of treble of our cluster, so we're going to do a 3 treble cluster, or double in the US. So we're going to yarn over, pop into that space. I'm just going to hold my yarn across the back there, so I'll sew it in, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the space, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the space, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then pull through all 4 loops that are on your hook, chain 3, and then do another but a 4 treble cluster into this same space because we haven't got the standing chain this time. So yarn over into the same space, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the same space, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, same space, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, same space, pull through some yarn, yarn over, pull through 2. You've got 5 chains on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5, and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to do that all around. So we're going to put a 4 treble cluster into the next space, okay? So yarn over, hook into the space, pull some yarn through. I'm holding on to all these stragglers now, just keep those there. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the space, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the space, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then pull through all 5 on the hook, chain 3. That snuffling noise is my puppy. And then do it again in the same space. So yarn over, pull through 2, 2, 3, so yarn split there, and 4, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 5 on the hook, chain 3, whoops, and do it again. So now we're going to put 2 clusters of 4 into each one around, and I'll join you again when we get round to the end. And so we're just finishing off the final cluster then. Pull through all the loops on your hook and then chain 3, and you just want to join that to the top of your first cluster with a slip stitch. And there you have it. There we go. So now we're going to rejoin the rows, and we're going to join that in any of the chain 3 spaces. So I'm going to join it in here. I'm going to pull it through. I'm just going to tie it onto itself. Okay. Do a couple of knots just to make sure it's safe. And then we're going to do 3 chains. So pull it through and then do 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do 2 trebles. So yarn over, hold your yarn because we're going to sew this in as we go along, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the same space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then in the next space we're going to do 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles. Yarn over and we'll do 3 doubles or trebles in UK terms. 3, and then we chain 2, and then we put another 3 into the same space. This is 3 trebles, doubles in US terms, and that will make the corners of our hexagon. And then into the next space, still got my stragglers there. Into the next space we just put 3 doubles, 1, or trebles in UK terms, 2, 3, and then in the next one we're doing the corner again, so we're going to do 3 trebles, doubles in US terms, 2, 3, and then we're going to chain 2 and pop 3 more into the same space. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to put 3 trebles, double in US terms, into the next space. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do our corner again. So we're going to do 3 trebles, doubles in US terms, a chain 2 and 3 doubles again, 3 trebles. So awkward that we have different terminology, but I don't even know why that is. I suppose sometimes when I'm crocheting I think, yeah, the US terms make more sense, but then I think, no, actually the UK terms make more sense. So I don't know. The jury's out. And then 3 into the next one. See, that straggler's been well and truly sewn in there, because it's come right round the work nearly. And so just keep carrying on with that pattern until you get to the end. And here we are at the end. So we've ended with one of our 3 trebles, a chain 2 and 3 trebles, and then we're just going to go into the top of that starting chain 3 and slip stitch and finish off, and then we're finished with the rows. Pull some yarn through. Right, so 1, 2, chain 3 straight off, and then a treble, which is a double in US terms, in the same space, and then a treble or double in US terms in each of the next 9 stitches. So this is your first stitch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the last one you want to be stitching into. So yarn over into that first one with a treble. That's 1, 2. Obviously this is a double in US terms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then 2 trebles, 2 chains and 2 trebles in the corner space. So yarn over, do your treble, your double in US terms, 1, 2, 2 chains and 2 trebles, 1, 2, and then you're going to do your 9 stitches again. So remember, this is your first stitch here. That's 1, 2, 3, And so there we are at the end of our 9. So then we do 2 into the space, 2 trebles or doubles in US terms, 2 into the space, and then it tells us to join with a slip stitch to the top. That can't be right, because that's oh, 2 chains. So that's 2 trebles and 2 chains. So that's, and then join to the top of this chain 3 with a slip stitch and finish off. And there we have it. There we have it done. Another one of our motifs. This is from number 5, number 6. They're looking very good, aren't they? Let me just zoom out a bit. Now I've finished that. They're looking cute. It's going to be a really lovely thing when it's finished, you know. So I'll do number 7 as soon as possible. I'm just going to cut these off because they've been sewn in. And then all I have left to do is just stitch in this last straggler. Okay, so I'll do number 7 as soon as I have the chance, and because I've got another crochet project I really want to get done. And then, yeah, so then that'll be 5, 6, 7, and then that's it. We're up to date with all of them. Okay, if there's anything you want to ask, anything you need to know, anything you're not sure of, anything you need clarifying, just let me know. Or do go to the Big and Little Crochet's Facebook page. They're very responsive, they're really good there as well. And also share pictures of what you've made there, because it's really interesting for other people to see how yours turned out. Okay, thanks for watching me, and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you, bye bye.